This is my 5th time making this video, and each and every single time it gets shorter and shorter. I've already done all the changes I want to make. Please take what I say seriously. I'm not making this up. It truly is working. Let's get into how to change attires on superstars and have them carry across Play Now and all your universe mode slots if you so wish to do so. The first thing you're going to want to do is head on over to Creations. My camera's reversed. Go to Superstar, and we're going to go to, let's say, Superstar. And we're going to, in this case, talk about Macho Man Randy Savage. As you could tell, their pose are different. They don't have like that high quality picture because I've changed both of them. What I ended up doing was I changed Macho Man Randy Savage to actually have Macho King's attire so that I don't have to toggle between two of the same superstar, but they have different names, different attributes, perhaps slightly different movesets. So we're going to go to Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, in this case, you're only ever going to see the default attires the game gives you. So for Macho Man specifically, we have the basic Macho Man and we have the WrestleMania 5 one. I have my third one, as you can tell with the Macho King with his funny hand up like this. You will never see that here. You have to actually go under Edit Custom Superstar in order to do that. See? That's where you would go. And as you can tell, I called him Macho Man King because it's Macho Man with the Macho King attire. And this is Macho King simply with no top. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with you. So again, Superstar. This is why the video is so damn long. Doesn't matter which one you pick, right? Because without you realizing it, any changes you make here is going to create a fake duplicate, if you will, in that custom superstars section I just showed you. When you go to personal information, by default, it's going to be on yes. That's good. Later, we're going to change it to no, just so that we could change the name of the attire and then switch it back to yes. But we do that from the custom one. I'll show you that later. So again, you would go here, for example. This is where you could change the menu pose. Go to attire. Now, I personally usually remove this. That's just me. We're going to go here and edit. This is where you could have imported parts from a roster. Then you can choose to do whatever you want, really. I mean, you could have anybody you want. Cody Rhodes attire for all we know. Then you can select which one you want, original ring attire. Then as this comes up and you go wrestling tights, you could just select it to see what it would look like on him. And you could be like, ooh, I actually don't like that. So then you can unclick it. Maybe we just want his boots because you don't want to be essentially looking through the entire line of boots that they have just to find the right one. This could be a reason you want to do that. Like I said, I kind of merged Macho King, Macho Man together, for the lack of a better term, by bringing in his attire. I just chose Cody Rhodes because the process is the exact same. Then you would simply go and accept. Okay. Then when you go back, you could go to clothing if there's things that are duplicated that you don't like. Oh, maybe you don't want that elbow pad where it's clashing with another elbow pad that you brought in. Obviously, you would go to up. You would go, hey, that's the one right there. You would remove it. The button prompt is right down there. You remove. It's square on PlayStation. Then you would obviously go and accept the changes. You would accept that. You would accept everything here. Back everything out. Back everything out. Assuming that you've saved. Now, once you have done that, okay, and you've made it, this is where you go back into Creations. You go into Edit Custom Superstar. And this is where you'll go, in this instance, it'll just say Alt Attire, like it does for Finn Balor, because I removed this handkerchief thing that's always in his back pocket that I think is ridiculous. So you go to Macho, or it'll just say Alt Attire. You go to Edit. This also, you can delete other ones if you have too many. And then from here, you would go to Personal Information, and this is where you would say Use as Alt Attire, and you would say No. And then all of a sudden, this comes down. And then this is where you can go to name information, and then you go in here, you call it what you want, Macho Man King. I just did that so that's how I'm going to remember it in my brain. And then you would go back to use Alt Attire, and you would select yes, and then you would accept. And then you would accept. You could go to menu screen pose again. That was the one that I did just to be funny. You would save that again. Now we're going to back out. We are going to go to options. We're going to go to roster. We're going to go to edit superstars. And we're going to go to that one here. And we're going to select them. We're going to select the attire that we want. And it's as simple as that. Why they don't have this list when you go to Superstar under Custom, I don't know. Again, it'll only show you the default ones the game have added. The ones that you make on your own, they're going to add them to the Custom Superstar section, which is just really convoluted and confusing. But what you do is you select it here, right? And then you would go make whatever other change you may need to do. You go to save it, and then you back out. However, the problem is here, it didn't show you that menu I wanted because I actually didn't make any changes. I'm going to make a small change here. Let's say I wanted this one to be it. Save all settings. You see that here? This is where you would go, I want that change to the default attire to be for play for all the universe mode slots. That's where you would go ahead and do that. Okay? I'm obviously not going to do it because, like I said, I wanted to speed up the video. So this is where you come under options and roster to select the default roster that you want by just highlighting it. And then when you do that and you apply it to all 3 slots like I did for me, play now into universe modes, that's what made it that it now carried over into universe mode. Because you also, I don't know what this is, because you also can't make these changes within universe mode. So the fact that you can't do it within universe mode, the fact that when you come to creations and you go to Superstar, that anytime you make an edit to a real superstar's attire, it only shows the default ones, and the ones that you've made are under a custom superstar. Even though you choose to have it as an alt attire, it's just really, really messed up. Okay? Now we're going to go to universe mode. I'm going to click on continue. Now again, I've already done all this, but I'm just showing you. Edit, or not edit, my universe, superstars. Kind of technically edit. Now, the only thing you can edit here is once you've added Macho Man, once you've added the attires that you want to a superstar, follow the button prompt again. For me, it's triangle for edit. Here I can go to edit. Now, from here, if I wanted to make a quick change, I could decide, you know what? I want this one, or I want that one. Even the picture is not completely accurate, to be honest with you. This one's accurate. This one's actually not accurate because he's got a big white elbow pad on his right arm. I'm just saying, like, but for the lack of a better term, this is the real one. You can at least see them here. And technically here you can as well through the pose. You'll kind of get a gist of what attire you were using. Oh, he doesn't have the top. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's Macho Man, but with the King attire. And you're like, okay, cool. Then you could just select it from there on the fly, if you will. You can do that from here. You can't make any further edits, but if you want to change between the ones that you've saved to the superstar, yes, you can swap them out here. Then again, you would save whatever. And that is pretty much it. And this video is still, it's half as long as the other one, but that's because I just kind of flew through the whole thing. So I did that for Macho Man. I did the same thing for Ben Balor. With all due respect, because I did not want that handkerchief that he's got at the back, so you don't even see it there. And instead of the purple, well, my face is also in the way. Anyhow, so I did that for Finn. He's got the red stripes instead of the purple ones. I changed his shoes. I got rid of that bandana in his pocket. Like I said, I got rid of the arm sleeve on the left arm to show off the tattoos. That's my prerogative. And because we did it from here as well, this will probably set it as the default as well, to be honest with you. But I just do it from the main menu because then it puts it like all across the board, right? Like I'm never going to change my mind. Hopefully this video is of some use. I really do, because I struggled with this for a long time. I had to do a lot of trial and errors, and it just shouldn't be that way. I was getting confused, like, why is it when I go in here, sometimes I go in here, and I was like, why did it add it? How come I can't change the name? Why isn't there just a simple way to do it? Why do I gotta switch, make alt attire, and all these weird convoluted things? This is also where you can come if you ever wanted to delete something. You would just select it and go to delete, and if it says you can't because it's tied to one of your superstar modes, yeah, that could be a bit complex. Then you'll have to go back to the default attire on the superstar and then come here and delete it if you find that there's too many. But yeah, thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant in the search results and people online. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. And I'll bend it in half, twist it, give you the coup de grace with your broken thumb in your ass. See, this one I took the NWO 2020 Bray Wyatt, but I gave him the Bray Wyatt standard attire because I wanted his hair in the bun rather than all the spaghetti string hair looking shit, even though it's still pretty decent with the graphics and all that. Anyhow, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one when patch notes drop for 1.25, which happened about a half hour ago. For now.